Good morning again and welcome to another edition of Policing with You. I'm your host for today, Sergeant Marvin Thompson. And with me in studio I have some persons from the police training school, four recruits with me, and I have Sergeant Brown. I'll give them a chance to introduce themselves and then we'll get right into the meat of the matter. Good morning again.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. To introduce yourself to the audience, say who you are.
Number 076 Special Constable Batcher.
Morning, sir. Number 465 Constable Richards.
Present day to everyone. Number 446 WPC Henry.
Good morning, everyone. I am number 445 Woman Constable Challenger.
Okay, well, welcome to Policing with You. We are happy to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
Sergeant Brown.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to the listening audience. I am Antonio Brown, Sergeant of Police. Currently, I'm an instructor at the Police Training School with you, Sergeant Thompson.
So, let's start off, if you don't mind, we'll start off with the trainees, the recruits.
Yeah, not at all.
And ask them a question or two. So, anybody can answer. There's no order here in terms of answers. First, what has your experience been so far as a trainee, a recruit in training? Anybody can jump in anytime. Start it off.
Well, I go first. For the recruit in training, I have the experience of working in a station for approximately 2 years. The experience was very impactful and got the advantage to learn a lot. And when I started training school, I've learned even more, and in a group, in the organization, to an extent, to the police force and laws.
So some of the things that you learned in the station that you were at, you saw some of the information coming back at you at training school.
Yes, sir.
And then you saw maybe a bit more than you were exposed to in the station. That's correct to say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about you, Ms. Henry?
Yes, sir. So for me, basically what Challenger just said, I also was sworn in at least about a year and a couple months ago. So I was in a station where I had to learn different things. So being at the police training school, the experience so far is familiar, and being at the police training school has allowed me to basically understand and, basically portray what I would have learned in the station that I was in. The experience has been challenging, to be honest. It's not easy, it's not a walk in the park, but I'm basically striving for the best and, excelling so far.
Okay. But Mr. Richards?
Right. My experience is quite different from both Henry and Challenger. I sworn in it's a few days before training school, so I had no experience in policing. It was all new to me, so coming in for the first 2 weeks, it was very, very hard for me. Both mentally, a little bit physically, but it was challenging, but eventually I get to pick up my slack and try my best to achieve.
So you got that kind of a shock?
Kind of a
culture
shock.
shock. Trying to adjust from regular life to police training school.
Yes, that is.
Okay. But what about you?
For me, as a Challenger and Henry, I was also sworn in about a year, 2 years, and the experience I have been getting, it was the same as in the information that I learned in the stations, and I had to portray it out in the training. So far the experience at the training school has been similar.
Okay, so since we're on, you're talking now in terms of the training so far. Which part is more impactful? Which part you like most? Well, that's which part you like least.
Which part I like the most? I will say drills.
Drills.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about you, Richard?
His most impactful one is the same for me, drills. We both we help each other to be the best in drills as we can.
So you want to be best in drills, sir? Okay, like that's fine with that. So do you have anything to say about that?
If I'm going to be honest, it's drills as well, so.
And you want to be the best too?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Challenger, what about you?
For me, it's physical, PT in the morning and drills, but I don't know about each of them, but I can be the best of the best.
Like that. So you hear that? So Basha? So Independence Parade is just around the corner. And you've been doing some rehearsals at the training school, but you've also been attending the rehearsals, the official rehearsals at the camp, and we were at Patsy Alla's, and just yesterday we were in the park. So we are winding down. How do you feel about the experience in terms of being on the Independence Parade, especially as trainees, recruits?
I'll go first. It's my first ever being on the Independence Parade as a police officer, and I never has been on the parade for as a civilian. And the experience, to me, I feel proud, and I'm honored to be on the parade.
Okay, so for me, if I'm going to be honest, I was frightened. Because the first thing that came to my mind was we basically just started learning how to drill. I think this is the first time I've ever heard that recruits would be on parade for the Independence March. So, you know, the thought of it kind of made me a little scared, but due to practicing in training and getting to know what you should do and should not do, when we go and we do rehearsals for the Independence Parade, there was really nothing to be afraid of, to be honest. So far everything has been going good, you know. So for me, it's not that bad. It's going good so far.
Okay. Richard?
Yes, sir. My experience is very similar to hers. It's not very hard. It's very easy, saying that we have already been practicing how to drill, so I learned a lot of the movements. So everything has just been very great, and it's very good being around other police officers to help you tell you what is wrong and what is right from the drill movements.
Okay. So Bacho?
Yes. As Richard said, the drills, learning the drills over at the police training school, it has helped us a lot to come out on the Independence Parade, the practice, and portray the movements we have been learning over in the training. So the training for the Independence Parade has been a breeze.
Almost normal.
Yeah, it's like
Also, sorry.
yeah, finish.
Okay, so I wanted to input as well that I want to believe, basically similar to what Challenger said, I want to believe that it's really a proud, it's almost as if, you know, not almost as if, but we are about to make history, because it has, I stand corrected, it has never happened, right?
It has, so.
It has? Okay. Well, it's a very proud moment.
But not very often.
Okay.
It's not a
Understand?
regular.
It's a very proud moment. It's honorable. It's an exciting feeling to know that we as recruits who basically just started training not too long ago, about 8 weeks ago, we're about to march amongst other trained police officers. So it's a great feeling. It's an empowering feeling to be a part of something like that.
Okay, so Sergeant Brown, she said she just started. Say 8 weeks. Are they about?
8 weeks now.
Training.
We're going on 8 weeks on training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so getting them ready for Independence Parade in that short period of time. Even though I know that you have done it before, you might have had a little more time then.
Correct. Well, Sergeant Thompson, as it stands right now, training is going quite well. And as it relates to preparation for parade,
Yes.
it is going good so far. I must say, as an instructor at the police training school, I am proud with the recruits, with the achievements thus far. Yes, we have had challenges, as you mentioned, the short space of time in which they have to be prepared for the actual parade. That has been a challenge for us, but we will overcome that.
You will overcome that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think we just take a short break around this time and then we'll come back. Take a short break and then we'll be back.
Enjoy your summer with the Bank of Nevis Limited. It's that time, and the bank has the perfect summer loan package for you. Take a vacation, enjoy a staycation, advance yourself academically, or prepare your children for back to school. It's your choice with up to $30,000 unsecured loan with an attractive low interest rate. Additionally, up to 5 years to repay. The Bank of Nevis Limited, improving the quality of life. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Offer ends September 30th, 2023. Bond strong.
It's time to gear up for the new school year with Digicel's exciting family postpaid plan. Get 4 Samsungs A04 on us when you sign up today and get so much data and less calls plus international minutes with up to 4 lines, all for just $300 per month. Hurry to a retail store today. Better connected for back to school.
Okay, welcome back to Policing with You. As I said earlier, for those who may just be joining us, in studio this morning we have some recruits from the police training school, the cohort that is currently doing training, course number 46, and we have Sergeant Brown, instructor at training school, and also the drill sergeant. So we were talking earlier about the drills and the experiences and Independence Parade. You just had your first drill exam not too long ago. How did that go? Sergeant Brown?
Yes, well, the drill exam, that went extremely well. The students, they achieved very high grades. I would say the least percentage that we got was about 92% thereabout. That was the least. And I believe the most was about 95 thereabout, 95%. We had Bradshaw here to my right, achieving best at drills for the first drill test. Good job, youngster.
Thank you, sir.
So, that is what you wanted, or you were just doing your best and hoping for the best? Bradshaw?
To be honest, I knew that I could have came first in the drills.
Okay, then.
For now.
So you really that you have some persons vying for the crown, right?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Like everybody wants best at drills.
Don't get too comfortable.
For now.
Okay, so I'm also aware that there will be a drill competition slated for shortly after the Independence Parade. And it so happens that the 4 of you will be entering from the police training school. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited. I'm excited, to be honest, because at training school we practice, and we look at videos from past participants, especially those from the police force. Just the other day we were actually looking at I think his name is Thomas.
Yes.
We saw that he won some year ago, and we were basically observing the way how he executed his drill movements, and we noticed certain things that we were doing that was a bit slack, and then we started to basically switch up our game and start to do things a lot more brisk and execute the movements properly to, in a way try to mimic Mr. Thomas, so that we could maximize our points for the drill competition and so on.
So you were looking at the videos to get some tips how you could fine tune the game.
Correct, yes.
I like that. Ms. Challenger, so all of you working as a team, or you just individual looking at the video?
Always as a team. Always as a team.
Other persons join as well, just to look at.
Okay, so you already have support.
Yes, sir.
That's important. Okay, so in terms of the practice for the drills, the competition specifically, the drills that you do normally at training school, the drills that you see when you go to the parade rehearsals, is there anything different, anything that stands out from what you do at training school on a normal basis and what you have seen in terms of the independence rehearsals and the commands and the movements you have to do specific to the competition? Anything that?
Well, the only thing that I see that is different, because basically it's what you learn at training school you will have to do on parade. It's basically preparing you in a sense for the parade, right? The only thing that is different for me, I would say, there is not much telling you in depth how to do what, because then you should already know. Okay. Right? And as recruits in training school, Sergeant Brown, he is teaching us these movements, so when we go there we already know what to do. He speaks to us in depth, tell us how to do it, what not to do, the do's and don'ts basically, so that when we go there on the parade we already have an idea as to how to execute the movements properly.
Anybody want to make a contribution there? Challenger?
She said it all. She said it all.
Okay. Have you been able to keep pace with the rehearsals? Persons who are on the rehearsal generally have finished training. You have the soldiers who are part of that as well. And from the initial rehearsals. So have you been able to keep pace given that you just started training?
Well, yes, it's very easy to keep pace. Coming from what Henry had said, we already learned the basic movements and the advanced movements, so when we enter the rehearsal, everything that is time we just have to listen and then execute the movement. So it's very easy to blend in with the seasoned police officers, the trained, and drill as if we already know everything.
Because you already did.
Yeah, already did.
And we also learned that when you're drilling, it's basically 99% listening and 1% execution of the movement.
Say that again, let me hear you.
I said that we learned that when you're drilling, it's basically 99% listening. Listening is very important, and 1% execution of the drill movement.
So you have to be paying attention.
Yes.
And that carries over into everything you'll be doing at training school.
Yes, correct.
Outside life, in terms of your personal life, that you listen more, you're able to execute, get things done. You have less misunderstanding or miscommunications. school.
Correct.
That is very important. The competition. Well, you're the drill star.
For now.
And you're with Henry coming hard and Challenger right behind her. So,
Coming here.
for now, you're the drill star coming. You're going up against some other persons, seasoned persons, for the drill competition. I know we had different force might be represented at least by the cadets.
Prison.
Prison, I think I saw customs. Casper.
Customs.
So, are you intimidated in any way?
No.
No, sir.
No.
Being honest, I don't see a competition.
No. Alright then.
We are just confident that we know that we could do it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so really, you're confident that you can do it, and I'm sure Sergeant Brown is confident that you will do it. So, how do you feel about the bunch that you have going for the competition, Sergeant Brown?
Well, I have my confidence in them. I believe they will achieve. They will be successful in bringing the trophy back home again. We have won that over 5 times now, and we will keep the trophy this year. I am confident in that.
You heard the sergeant's word, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're just about ready to wrap. So let me give you an opportunity to say anything you would want to say before we leave. We can start with your challenger.
Okay. Let's see.
Your overall training school, the independence, the drill competition, you being a police, or training to become a police. Overall experience.
To put everything together, it's not a walk in the park to become a police officer. You have to be mentally, spiritually, and physically prepared to go to the training, because it will be hard for you to go through a training and then just decide to just quit just like that. So you have to be prepared, and for the drill competition, I'm very proud of myself as an individual to be nominated to go in a competition like that with persons who already entered, did it before, and have experience in doing a competition of some sort. For the Independence Parade, like I said, it's an honor to be taking part in something that relates to the nation, and yeah, that's about it.
Listening.
So, overall, being in the police training school, as Challenger would have stated earlier, it's not a walk in the park, it's not easy. You have to condition your mind at all times and be on the alert at all times. An advice that I would also give to persons out there who would want to join the force, I would advise you to start to basically prepare your bodies and your mind, because you are going to need it when you enter into the police training school. It's not easy, but the fact that you took a step forward and decided that you'll join the police force, you got sworn in, I think that it says a lot about an individual who does such thing. It says that, for me, it says that you are confident enough and you believe in yourself that you could basically do anything. You challenge yourself, you accept challenges, and you'll also execute them to the best of your ability. So the advice that I give to everyone out there who would like to join the police force, when you enter the police training school, stay focused, keep your eyes on the prize and on your goal as to why you would have entered and would like to pass out and not pass through. keep your eyes on the prize. It will help you in the long run. Keep reminding yourself, prepare your mind and bodies before you enter, and you'll be just fine.
Yes.
Okay. My experience in being in the police training school has made me a more disciplined person, like in terms of listening to commands, doing the drill movement, pushing myself to run like 2 mile sprints, 2 mile runs, sprints and other stuff, and it has helped me to be more a mannered person, like how I talk to person, and it has helped me to be more alert, to be more focused, to push myself, to learn more stuff that I haven't been learning, haven't been known about at all, and it has helped me with a lot in my life.
Okay, so background, Jill Star.
My experience, as you said, at Jill Star, my experience in Jill Star, getting the chance to be number one in Jills. I felt real nice, you know, to be competing against others, and yeah, just being on top. It feels good to be on top, you know.
For now.
Overall, the training, it has its ups and downs. So you just have to be focused and push through, and just try to finish, you know.
Finish.
Just try to finish and come out being the best police you could be. And basically, yeah.
Alright. Sergeant Brown.
Now, Sergeant Thompson, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for the invitation here and bringing the recruits from training school to speak on a few aspects of drills and what they will showpiece for independence. I assure and I would guarantee the public that you all will get a good show for independence with these recruits. So thank you again, Mr. Thompson.
Okay, so if I had to sum up some of the things I've heard from you today is, if you're intending to become a police, prepare yourself before you come.
Yes.
Physically, mentally,
spiritually,
spiritually, to come and work. When you get there, you need to stay focused.
Yes.
Keep your eyes on the prize and finish through. I think that's a good note for us to end on, and I think we can carry those things over into general life. Keep your eye on the prize, stay focused, finish through. Thank you for joining us on our edition of Policing with You today, and if GQ would indulge me, I would mind if we end with the national anthem, given that we have independence coming up and you will be featured in that. So as soon as you can get things together, we say thank you for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you again next week on another edition of Policing with You. I'm Sergeant Thompson, and from all of us here, I'm saying so long and have a blessed day.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
ZIZ Radio.